Hey YouTube, this is Facial with Simply Lavish at Home, and we are fresh off of Thanksgiving, and you're probably almost done with all of your leftovers. But today I'm bringing you a Thanksgiving leftover dessert mega cake. Check it out. So for the record, there's really no such thing as leftover dessert for Thanksgiving at my house. So I actually had to hold back some desserts to make this cake. So there you saw I was leveling off 3 layers of applesauce cake, and I just sprinkled it with some simple syrup and let that soak in for a bit. And I also made a pecan pie and a sweet potato pie. Now, I don't know if you noticed, but the crust, when I unpanned the sweet potato pie, it actually broke off, which actually worked out kind of better because it fit the cake better once I broke the crust off. So here I'm taking some Italian meringue buttercream that I flavored with some caramel and spreading a very thin layer because I didn't want too much buttercream because I had the pies coming. So I line that up, and then you can see there again I actually ended up trimming the crust, but I'm not going to throw the crust away. I actually trimming it off because it was slightly bigger than the cake itself. So we had to start from scratch there. And then I was just picking off the leftover crumbs and then adding another thin layer of buttercream. And really this is just to help everything stick together. Nothing fancy. Another layer of cake. Some more buttercream. And then I'm gonna top that with my sweet potato pie. And then again with another thin buttercream, and then we're going to top that off with the last layer of cake. So you see I'm kind of removing some of the crumbs that I had. And now I'm getting ready to just ice this cake. So you see I just kind of filled in some of the rough spots with a little bit of buttercream, and then I'm going to go in and actually pipe around the outer edge of the cake, just because I don't want to pull on it too much without buttercream, because the cake is really moist and you have that weird texture of the 2 pies. So I decided I would fill a piping bag and pipe the icing on around to do the first coat icing. And then I was just kind of testing it out to see if it worked smoother. And it did. And actually I had made this buttercream for another cake some time ago and ended up coming back and using it not that long ago. It was just about a week ago. I made another cake and had all this leftover buttercream, so I'm using that. And there, I'm, finished piping around before I go ahead and smooth that buttercream as much as possible. And there I'm using my offset spatula, but I'm gonna go back and get my bench scraper because I like the control better on that. And when you're icing, just be patient because you're going to have spots and places you need to fill in. Like I feel like I went back over this a dozen or so times before I kind of felt halfway decent about the icing. And I kind of feel like I didn't stack it all that straight. Now I was trying to be lazy and not make caramel. So I used like a bottled caramel. And you can see like it's super runny. So I end up having to go back and actually make some caramel to go on top of this cake. There you see, I thought I had footage of this, but I actually took what was left of a crust and crumbled it up, and I put it along the bottom edge of the cake along with topping it with that homemade caramel. I only made a little bit because I didn't want too much. And there I am taking a great big slice out of that cake. It cut rather beautifully. I was very happy. I thought it was going to be a little more of a struggle. You kind of feel where you hit the nuts from the pecan pie, but other than that, it gave a really attractive slice. Well, let me know what you think. Leave your comments below and give this video a thumbs up. If you have not already, hit that subscribe button and the bell to let you know every time Simply Lavish at Home places a video. Till next time, thank you so much for watching. Here's to living simply lavishly. Cheers.